Okay, so Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So today we are just going to be start the we have done the one lecture on vectors. We have a second lecture. Today we have to just go for a practice session today. Now we have done the first three questions in the last class. So we are going to be continue from question number four. The question number four is the position vector r is given by r is given by 2p plus t into p plus q. So this statement is going to be given. Complete the table below for the given values of t. Write each vector in its simplest form. One result has been done for you. Okay, so he substitute 2, so you will get 4p plus 2q. For example, if you are going to substitute 0, so if you have to substitute t is equal to 0, at the place of t you have to substitute 0, it will become r is equal to 2p plus 0 into p plus q. So you will get r is equal to 2p. In the same way, if you have to substitute t is equal to 1, you will get r is equal to 2p plus 1 into p plus q. 2p plus p, that will be 3p plus q. Now we have to substitute 3 here. So r is equal to 2p plus 3 times p plus q. Now open the bracket. It will be 2p plus 3p plus 3q. 2p plus 3p, that will be 5p plus 3q. Yes, sir. You want any question? How we have to fill the diagram? Is it clear? Yes, Shayan. All right. He says that O is the origin and P and Q are shown on the diagram. We have to plot the 4 points given by the position vector in the diagram. Okay, we have to plot the points. So at t is equal to 0, we have r is equal to 2p. And 1p is going to be shown. So look at here, it is 1p, 2p. And question is, you have to be plot the 4 points. So this is the first point. Now the second one, he says that at 1, it is going to be 2p plus q. 2p plus q. 1, 2, 3. You have 3p and 1q. So you will be reached here. This is the coordinate. The next one we have 4p plus 2q. 4p plus 2q. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So you are going to be reached at this point. Yes, Simon, is it clear? How I'm going to be draw it? Yes, Simon, is it clear? He says that it is 2p. We have the p vector, just multiply by 2. You have 2 blocks, now it will be 4 blocks. Here you have 3p plus q. So we have 1p, 2p, and 3p and 1q. So it is going to be each here. Yes, everyone, any question?
No, sir.
No.
Now in the next one we have 4p plus 2q. 4p plus 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4p we already done. 5p plus 3q. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So it is going to be, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. It is going to be reach here because you have 5p plus 3q. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5p, and 1, 2, 3. It is going to be 3q. Yes, sir, you want any question? He says that you have to just plot the points. If you want to be erase it, you can. Because the question was you have to be just plot the points, so we have plotted. Now, what can you say about these 4 points? Yes, I want. What you can say about it? There is any relation between these points?
Constantly increasing.
Yes, it is constantly increasing, or in other words, we can say that they are in a points
Proportional.
or in a straight line with positive gradient, because you have to say that it is moving upward, so you can say that it is positive gradient. Look at here, you can check it. You have to draw the line. They are going to be, all the points are going to be lying in a straight line, and from left to right the line is moving upward, so this means that you have a positive gradient. Yes, everyone, any question number 4? Yes, Mazam, Amaz, Shian.
No, sir.
Yes, Amaz. Okay. Okay, now we have question number 5. He says that in a diagram OGH, the ratio GN and NH is 3 ratio. So G to N it is 3 parts, and N to H it is 1 part. So there are basically you are dividing the whole G to H is going to be divided into 4 parts. So you have 3 parts out of 4, and here you have 1 part out of 4. He says that OG is equal to G and OH is equal to H. Find the following in terms of G and H, giving your answer in their simplest form. You have to find HG. So let's have to draw the vector H2 G. Look at here, we need to find H to G. We have only a single path. We need to move from H to O and O to G. Yes, Simon, there is any other path?
No.
This
Okay.
is the only path that we have. So that will be equal to, you are moving in the opposite direction. So it will be
Uh,
minus H plus G in the same direction. So minus H plus G. So H to G, we have find it. It is minus H plus G. Now in the next part, he says that you have to find ON. ON means you need to find the position vector of O to N. Now if you want to be moved from O to N, you have 2 ways. The one way you have to go from O to G and D to N. Another way you have to go from O to H and H to N. You can choose any path. I'm going to choose this one. O to H and H to N. So ON is equal to OH plus HN. OH is H plus HN is basically 1/4 part of HG. So 1/4 part of
sir, is the
HG.
answer 3/4H plus 1/4G?
1/4G plus 3/4 H. Let's
Yes,
check. I
this is
I
the
have
answer.
that there. I have no idea. Let's complete it. So we will get it. 1 h plus 1 by 4 is equal to minus h plus g. So h minus 1 by 4h. That will be 3 by 4h and plus 1 by 4g. Yes, your answer is correct. 3 by 4h plus 1 by 4g. Yes, your answer is correct. Yes, Simon, is it clear? Yes, Shayan, Mozam, Amaz.
Yes.
Sir, yes, I think.
Yes, Shayan.
Sir, it's correct, right? This one.
I did not get you. Your voice is lagging.
Sir, I said this one is correct, right? This one, the
Yes,
A and
yes,
B.
yes, yes. It is
Okay.
correct. All right, now we have the next question. He says that AB is equal to A plus TB and CD is equal to A plus CT minus 5, where T is a number. Find the value of T if AB is equal to CD. Okay, it's very simple. He says that AB, so AB value is A plus TB is equal to CD and CD is equal to A plus 3T minus 5 into B. I just told you if the you have two vectors are equal, this means that the coefficient of that vectors are going to be equal. Means the coefficient of A vector and the coefficient of A part is going to be equal because he says that A and B are vectors. It is a both letter. So the coefficients are going to be equal as well. So the coefficient of B is T and the coefficient of B on the right hand side is 3T minus 5. It is plus T on the other side with minus T. Minus 5 will become plus 5 is equal to 3T minus T. 3T minus T, that will be 2T. So 5 divided by 2 is equal to T. So the final answer will be 2.5. Yes, everyone, is it clear? Any question? Question number 6? Yes, anyone has a question in this one? Yes, Shayan, Wazir, was.
No.
Okay, now the next question. He says that in the diagram PQS means this line, and PMR, MSX, QXR are the straight lines. And it is given that PQ is equal to 2QS. Okay, it is 2QS. M is the midpoint of PR. M is the midpoint of PR. And QX and XR ratio will be 1:3. So this is one part. It is three parts. It is given that from P to Q, it is Q. And from P to R, it will be R. Now look at here. If it is Q, and if this condition is given PQ is equal to 2Q, from here we will get that PQ divided by 2 is equal to QS. So we can find it. This Q to S will be Q over 2. In the same way, P to R is R, M is the midpoint. So from P to M, it is R by 2. From M to R, it is R by 2 as well. He says that find in terms of Q and R, RQ. So we have to find the vector R to Q. So this is the vector that we need to be find. Yes, everyone, how we can find it? Which path we have?
Sir, we have R to P
R to P and P to
Q.
Q. We have R to P plus P to Q. Now, R to P is in the opposite direction, so it will be minus R plus PQ is the same direction, so it will be Q. So the final answer is minus R plus Q. In the next part, he says that you have to find MS. So MS is the sorter. We have to find this vector. Now look at here, we have different paths. You can go by this way. You will be reached at this given point. You can go by this way, or you can go by this way as well. But in all of these methods, the easiest way is you have to go from M to P and directly from P to S or P to Q and Q to S. In vector questions, always remember you need to make the path. Okay, you have to try your best to make a correct path. If you will make a correct path, so probably you will get the right answer. All right, so we are finding MS. For MS, I will moving from M to P plus P to Q plus Q to S. M to P in the opposite direction, so it is negative R over 2. P to Q in the same direction, it is given in the by the examiner, it is Q plus QX, that is Q divided by 2. Yes, everyone, any question up to here?
No, sir.
No.
Now minus R over 2 as it is. Q plus Q over 2. That will be, just take a simply LCM, or you can, if you are able to add them, just add them. It is 2 times 1 is 2, 2 plus 1. That is 3Q divided by 2. So this is the value of MS. Let's see how to take it down. Now in the next part, he says that find the by finding MX, and we need to find M to X. Show that X is the midpoint of MS. Okay, if it is the midpoint, so if you are going to take the half, so obviously that will be equal. You have to show that X is the midpoint of MS. So let's we have to find MX. Yes, can anyone tell me how we can reach M to X? I just want to be moved from M to X.
So from by going to MR and then RX.
M to R and R to
X.
X. So you want to find MX, that will be equal to M to R, and then we will go from R to X. M to R in the same direction, it will be the half, so R over 2 plus R to X. R to X will be the 3 over 4th part of QR, because the ratio is given. R to X or X to R is have our 3 parts. The total number of parts are 4. So 3 divided by 4 into QR. Or or we can write it as it is from R to X, so R to Q, the same direction. So R divided by 2 plus 3 divided by 4. R to Q is, we already find the value of RQ, that is minus 8 plus Q, minus R plus Q. Now simplify them, it will be R divided by 2 minus 3 over 4R plus 3 over 4Q. Yes, I will please simplify. R over 2 minus 3 over 4R, that will be
That will be that will be 6/8. Is it 3 times or plus?
it is 2R minus 3R divided by 4
So it will be minus 1 hour divided
plus 3 by 4Q.
by
The final answer will be minus R over 4
out of 4, and then
3
3
over
over
4Q. All right. So we have done the first thing. He says that first of all, find the mx. By finding the mx, he says that you have to show that x is the midpoint. Now look at here. If x is the midpoint, then mx must be equal to the half of. If x is the midpoint, then mx will be equal to the half of ms, right? Half of ms. This is the thing that we have to be sure. So look at here. We have to take 1 by 2 as a common. Take 1 by 2 as a common, you will get minus R over 2 plus 3 over 2Q, and this is exactly equal to ms. So that will be equal to 1 divided by 2 into ms. This shows that x is the midpoint. Yes, Mazam Shayan, any question?
plus.
Now we have the next question, question number 8. He says that O is the origin and OABC is a parallelogram. If it is a parallelogram, if it is A, then obviously this whole C to B is A as well. And from A to B is going to be C as well. He says that CP is equal to BP. CP is equal to BP. It means that P is the midpoint. AQ is equal to QB. This means that Q is the midpoint. OA is given and OC is given. You have to find the value of PQ. Okay, first I will draw the vector P to Q. Yes, Senior, how many ways we have to move from P to Q?
We can we have PBQ
P to B and B to
Q
Q. This is the one way, or you have to move from P to
E
C to O, O to
C.
A, and O to A to, but it's a bigger way. So let's see how to choose this one. So we need to find PQ. PQ is equal to PB plus BQ. Yes, can you please tell me this whole one is A and P is the midpoint. So P to B is
half point.
Half of it.
Yeah.
B to B is half of A. So half of A plus B to Q.
B
Same
to
as
C. uh,
Q is a midpoint, it is half of C, but it is negative because you are moving in the
Opposite direction.
opposite direction. So it will be negative
Minus
half of
C.
C. Yes, any question up to here?
That's it.
The position vector M, where M is the midpoint of PQ. Okay, now he says that M is the midpoint of PQ. You need to find a position vector of M. I told you the position vector is a vector that started from the origin and ended at that specific point. So let's see how to start from the origin and ended at that specific point. Yes, Muslim, how many ways we have to move from O to M? Muslim or Shion?
Two ways, two routes.
The two ways we have to move from O to A to Q, and Q to M. The same way we have to move from O to C, C to P, and P to M. But you have to be right the line that what is the vector? It is PQ. So the direction of the PQ is in this way. You are starting from P and ended at means the starting point is P and ended point is Q. So let's say I have to choose this path. I'm just going to move from O to C, C to P, and P to M. So I'm going to get that OM is equal to OC plus CP plus PM. Now OC is given, that is C vector. CP is given, that is A vector. And PM is basically the half of PQ, because he says that M is the, if he says that M is the midpoint of PQ, so we can conclude that P to M is equal to half of PQ. Yes, Ivan, you get this point?
Yes.
Yes, Muazzam?
Yes.
Alright, so P to M can be written as half of PQ. Now let's need to do the simplification. Take it down. It is C plus A plus 1 by 2 PQ. And the value of PQ, we already find it. It is half of A minus half of C. So C plus A, multiply 1 by 2 inside the bracket, 1 by 2 multiply 1 by 2, it's 1 by 4A minus 1 by 2 multiply 1 by 2, it will be 1 by 4C. Now C minus 1 by 4C. Yes, that will be. Yes, I want C minus 1 by 4C is equal to. It's simple, 1 minus 1 by 4.
3/4.
Yes. 4 minus 1. It will be 3 over 4C plus 1 plus 1 over 4A. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 1.
5/4.
It will be 5 over 5A over 4. The answer of this part. Yes, everyone. Any question up to here?
No.
Okay, so O to C, C, C to P, A. Sorry, we have to do a mistake here. He says that C to P. C to P is basically half of A. It will be A divided by 2. A divided by 2. So take the LCM. 1 divided by 2 plus 1 by 4. It will be 2 plus 1 divided by 4. So the final answer will be 3 divided by 4. So the final answer 3 divided by 4 with A vector. By mistake, we have to write the wrong value because we know that OCB is A. We are taking the half. Obviously, that will be A by 2. Yes, you get my point?
Yes.
All right, now we have the next question number 9. He says that A, B have a position vector A, B relative to origin. C is the midpoint of A, B, and B is the midpoint of, okay, C is the midpoint of A, B, and B is the midpoint of AD. You have find in terms of AB in the simplest form, find the position vector of C. Position vector of C means you have to start it from the origin and end it at that specific point. Yes, from which path we have to go? You have two options. I'm going to be choose this one. I will move from O to A and A to C. O to A plus A to C. O to A is A. Now it is given that the AC is half of AB. So AC is equal to half of AB. Now we'll find the vector AB. AB will be equal to, you have to move from A to B. This is the path. You need to move from A to O and O to B. Opposite direction minus A, same direction plus B. So A to B is minus A plus B. So that will be equal to A plus 1 by 2 minus A plus B. So A minus 1 by 2, A plus 1 by 2, B. That will be equal to 1 by 2A plus 1 by 2B. Yes, Shayan Mosam. Is it clear?
Yes.
So look at here in the vector questions, you have to be just choose the right path. Now in the next one, he says that you have to find CD. You have to find a vector from C to D. All right, so we already find the value of AC. Yes, what is the value of AC? AC is equal to half of AB, or CB is equal to half of AB. That will be equal to 1 by 2, the value of AB minus A plus B. We have to find CD. So it is a midpoint, right? B is the midpoint. He says that D is the midpoint of AD. So AD is a bigger vector. You have to find AB, or you have to just find AB directly and multiply by 2. you will get the same answer as well. Yeah, that's the easier part. We can do it by this way as well. So we will get the value of CB. So CD vector is equal to C to B and B to D. You want to find CD. For that purpose, you need to move from C to B and then B to D. That's why I write C to B and B to D. Now the value of CB, we already find it. It is half of minus A plus B plus BD. BD is exactly same as AB. And the value of AB, we already find it. It's minus A plus B. Is exactly equal to AB. So that is equal to half of minus A plus B plus minus A plus B. Yes, Shayan, was there any question up here?
No, sir.
Now there is only simplification. Minus 1 by 2A plus 1 by 2B minus A plus B. Minus 1 by 2A minus A. That will be minus 3A over 2. 1 by 2 plus B over 2. That is plus 3B over 2. Yes, any question? Alright, let's do the last question. We have question number 10. He says that the A coordinate is given, already given 1, comma 2, and B coordinate is given, that is 5, comma 5. He says that write down the column vector of A to B. I just already told you about a short way. If you want to find a vector AB, that will be equal to the Y values, the loss B values, five and 5 minus 1 and 2. So you will get the vector 4 and 3. Or if you want to find it directly from the graph, you can. 1, 2, 3, 4. So x value is 4, 1, 2, 3. And y value is 3. You are moving towards the right side, so positive value, moving upwards, so it's positive value. Because if you are moving on the left side, so the value will be negative, or if you are going to be moving downwards, so then the value is going to be negative. So we are moving right side and upward, so both values are positive. You will get the column vector 4, 3. Yes, sir, it is clear. Yes, Shayan, was it?